Hey guys, Saxy here, and welcome back to the AIC Championship. Welcome to round 11. Welcome to Charlotte as well, our first night race. So this will be looking a little different. I figured out a way to where the night doesn't look like pitch black, so we finally get a night race. Not really like any of the races we've ran previously really would be night races that I can really think of other than maybe Atlanta. But that's got a second race I can do it there. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and start the AI, get them rolling here. As Crimson on pole here at Charlotte. And to her outside, you've got Smity, and going down the order, it is Jay, Juan, Colin, Chris, Ricky, Ryan, Spades, Julia, Taffi, Feed Bajan, Casey, and Jelly. So Casey, off of winning the last race, did not get a good qualifying in. Qualified on the back row. Did not carry that momentum into this race. Obviously, if you have not gone and seen the first half of the season, I suggest going and watching that. It would help the channel, obviously. And you can be up to date on what's happened so far in this championship. As we're getting ready to go green for a 100-mile-long race here. As there's the green flag. The 08 leads him to the line. Whoa, got a little bit of the curve there from the road course. So technically, Smity is your race leader going across the line. As your pole sitter got a very poor launch, but is able to clear Smity as they get to the back straightaway. So far, so good for the Chevy out front. But here comes Jay looking down low. 3 wide for the race lead. Smity to the top, Crimson in the middle, Jay to the bottom. Is everybody kind of shifting spots back there behind the leader? Says, oh no, there goes Colin around. We get a major crash there as major lag spike as well. And that's our first big crash in a long time as they're going to be racing it back to the line. Oh, Crimson also got a piece of something. So it looks like we had a very interesting first lap there. A lot of cars tangled up together. Let's see here. Who's our last car to be moving? I think Crimson ultimately is, yeah. From what it looks like, he hit the same bump that our pole setter hit, and then it just knocked him sideways in front of the field. It looked like they would have collected it. Maybe. But that took out a couple cars. But then what happened to your race leader? Okay, so here's what happened here. They're going into turn 3 wide. Oh, Jay just slides up, gets into her, and then they just got kind of stuck together. And then she got tapped by the 7. As 4 cars go a lap down, now we get going again. Hopefully, for a longer green flag run, hopefully somebody doesn't run over that curb. We did lower the spin sensitivity. I did do that, so that way, in case somebody does hit it, hopefully they won't spin. Hoping. If I have to keep lowering it, I have to keep lowering it, so that way that doesn't keep happening. I know we had that issue with the actual event that we hosted here at Charlotte a few months ago. Actually, I don't know, when would this be coming out? Like a good while after then. Yeah, like I said, a few months ago. It's been a minute. But same issue was happening where they kept clipping that curb during practice for it, so I had to turn down the spin sensitivity. So let's hope that that fixes it for now. I pulled it down just a little bit. But as we were yapping, here they go to the green flag. Smity leads him to green. He got a better start than the initial one from our pole sitter, who was dropped really far back from that contact with Jay. Whoa, you saw Jay slap the wall off of 2 there. Side by side for second. Smity right now pretty comfortable right now sitting in the lead. Whoa, maybe not. He's going to get put 3 wide. Now only 2 wide for the race lead. Juan takes a look to the inside for it. Getting some help from the 31. Now Smity all the way up to the wall. Gets into it. That's probably going to hurt him there a little bit on time of just getting in the wall. Maybe not too bad. He's still side by side for the race lead. The 25 still down to the inside. Now gets put 3 wide potentially if the 45 can get there. Not quite now. Smity able to clear the 25. 25 slides up the track now. They trade lines. 25 up the track. Whoa, as we get some contact in the middle of the field. One car facing backwards on track. Another down on the apron. As well, the 7's gonna slide. Caution flag will wave again. Let's see, will the 7 get it to the line? No, I don't believe she will. I'm gonna give her the time to. I know they're running into that. Yeah, nope, she won't, so caution flag will wave. All right, for the incident for Chris. Again, car sends it on the bottom, slides up, tags that car in the second line, and there was just nowhere for Ricky to go. And he gets involved. He's able to drive off from this crash, but the 18 and the 19 were not able to. So let's hope they get a longer green flag run. And I don't mean by 1 lap. I hope they actually get a nice strung out run. As now the 48 leads them back to green again. Green flag in the air. Ooh, not as smooth as a getaway, but still got it over the line over the 25. Side by side for the race lead. The 45. Sorry, 25 goes all the way up the track. Whoa, we get an incident immediately! And that's one car around on the inside. One car with damage, but able to keep driving. Ricky parks it on the apron. No caution, only one car around. Unless Chris ends up parking it. Which I don't see. He's still going. Yeah, no, it's only one car out. You can see him there sitting on the inside wall. Well, I'll definitely take a look at that when we get our next caution. Because let's be honest here. How they're racing, we're getting another caution. As now the 48 able to clear, as now it's the other Ford that's up to second. Juan has fallen down to fourth. It is Julia up to P2, but maybe not for much longer. Whoa! All your top guys that went to the stop side all lost a little bit of talent up there. Got the wall. That allowed that 41 to keep second for now. As Smity just kind of pacing himself up front, trying to keep himself out front, but ooh, here comes the 41 to the top. So now it's going to be a battle. Smity gets the wall of exit. Here comes Julia, takes that peek down to the inside here, going into turn 3. Juan's also looking through the middle. Smity's having to fight off both Fords right now. And is able to do it right now. He's doing a great job of just pacing himself. I thought he was going to lose the lead on the back straightaway, but has managed himself pretty well here. As the field trying to sort themselves out, find their way to this race leader. Because now it's still side by side for second. Now it's Casey versus Julia. Julia able to get that run on the top side. Clears for second. I would say the good news for a lot of these guys that are needing points, the top 10 are your only people on the lead lap. So for people like Ryan and Feed Bajan who need those points, they're going to have at least a top 10. Still not great, but it's at least a guarantee of more points than 14th. Exactly, 14th is sitting on the inside wall out of the race waiting for the next caution to come out. As we've actually, while we've been talking, we've got a battle going on for the race lead. 41 looking at the inside of the 48. Not able to get it That 48's going to get a good run there off of the exit. Going to clear going down the front straightaway. Julia going to follow down to this inside line, trying to run it a little bit better than that 48. Did that at Michigan, stole Casey. Oh, sorry, stole Casey's win away at Michigan. Thankfully, Casey was able to find victory lane last week. Patched that little bit of damage to her points with a different win, but did eventually find victory lane. As you can see, the field getting decently spread out now. The field, I mean, they're still all like chunked up together, but it's not as bad where we're seeing three wide, you know, three rows deep. They're starting to thin out a little bit, get a little bit more separated, what we needed to see. But obviously not what the 17 wants to see is them getting spread out and no caution happen. Uh-oh, we may get our caution. Yep, caution flag is out. Caution flag is out. That happened before the line, as you can see by it going down to 12. From what it looks like, it was a stack up, because Chris got in the wall with the 19 and it just stacked up these guys in the back, and Ricky just lost it down the back straightaway. Alright, so here's what ended up bringing out the caution. Jay slides up, tags the rear of the 7, and they get hooked together, and there goes the 7 down pit road. That's another lap loss for that number 7. Let's see here. What happened to the 18? Oh, just ran in the back of the slow 54. I lost talent. As again, the 48 leads us to green. That 48's looking really strong. Yeah, Taffi 2 down. Ricky 9 down. Whoa! That was a big shuffle there. As now the 31 clear for second. It's going to go to the top side. Try to find some momentum to go around your race leader. Oh, going to push him out. That was different. I wasn't expecting that out of second place to push the race leader further out ahead. The field just trying to find their way around right now. 31 right back on the bumper, the back bumper of that 48. Pretty much going to push him around the track right now. It's just kind of staying committed right behind him, not really choosing anything different. I don't know if that's... Oh, we got a crash! And that's both Fords involved and 2 Toyotas! So caution flag will fly again. Here we go, blimp cam. Whoa, the 7! Got the apron, they corrected it, but then the 41 just goes up the track, and then they both just kind of collide into each other. So that takes out both Fords right there. But now let's look at it from the POV of the 18, who was also involved in this. What ended up happening to him? Alright, here we are. Here's the 18. Ooh, Colin made some contact with him there. Jay slow. Ooh, gets in the 18, stacks him up. And that also was what got the 19 involved, but the 19 did not end up spinning. Yeah, he kept going. Green flag in the air. As actually this time, again, wasn't the initial start, the outside line gets the better start there. But it's not going to matter. Smity going to slide up. Oh, he's in the wall! That's definitely not going to be good for his momentum there. That's going to allow the 33 to actually get cleared. Slide up the track. Whoa, too much slide up the track. 4 wide for the race lead. Put the Toyota to the front. As they're trying to sort themselves out for the Chevy camp, the Toyota took the lap. 24 to the front. Don't think he's going to keep it, though. That outside line is really good unless he can block it off here. He does block it off. There's a big crash right behind him. That's going to be the field involved. That is the huge one. Holy! I don't even know how many cars are going to make it back. Not many. Not many are going to make it back around. 9. So the 33 is going to slide up the track, which is going to lose all momentum. And the 31 also slides. That forces the 48 up the track, puts them 4 wide, and kind of does in those Chevys there. And that's what's been happening all season long, is we've got so many Chevys in the field that ultimately could be dominating these races, but they ended up shooting themselves in their own foot, racing each other as hard as they do. And then the 31 just slides up the track, and bang! That is the field involved. Holy! I want to look at this onboard. I want to see what it looks like from the POV of Jay. He was one of the ones that did not get away from this crash. You could just see it's just a parking lot. Oh yeah, nowhere to go. The track is blocked, cars going every which way. Somehow he made it through. And he's only down to 7 laps behind. He was initially, what, 9? So, he's definitely moving forward on laps. Whoa, it is! We're going to get another one! Unless they drive it off. Drive it off. Come on. Drive it off. Drive it off. Drive it off. They all drive it off. No caution. That is crazy! They all spun and drove away. They're going to be really far behind. But they all kept it going. Which means we get to live another day. No immediate caution. That was scary, though. But now we want this field to kind of thin out a little bit more. That way we don't get another incident. Hopefully we can keep this thing going to the end. But now we got a race for the win on our hands. The 24 versus the 88. 2 drivers who have not found victory lane or really any success this season, trying to find their way to victory lane. As the car that's running 3rd on track is a lap down. Was one of those cars that got stuck in the crash on the back straightaway. As now the 24 is going to be able to clear on this outside line. A good run for that 24. Going to go back to the top. Going to really push to the top there. As they're 3 wide in the back, the 24 is still able to maintain this lead right now. Oh, the 88 got a little bit too high. Got in the wall a little bit there. That's going to allow this 24 to breathe a little bit easier now. As he's got about 0.4 between him and 2nd place. And now the 2nd place has got a lot of heat right behind them. Oh, is it? Okay, we've got 1 car around somewhere. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. Sorry, that was just somebody was slow to the line. Sorry. As now we've got a battle side by side for 2nd on track. Lap car versus Ryan. Ryan should be able to get this one pretty easily going to that top side. For now, trying to hold off this 48 while battling for 2nd, or trying to chase down the leader. You're battling with a lap car for track position. It's like being at North Wilkesboro. I don't remember if I told you guys that I went to that track, but I watched the truck race, watching Carson Hocevar trying to drive through the field while being 2 down. That's what it looks like right now. Ooh, got up on the wall there, both of them. That's opening the door for this 33 to challenge both of them now. As all of them go to the bottom. This battle is definitely what that 24 wants to see out of 2nd and 3rd and the lap car. Well, really what this 24 would like to see is the lap car get around the 88. If the lap car can get around the 88, that is going to benefit that race leader even more. This lap car does take a dive down to the bottom, as it's 4 wide behind. Let's actually go see, make sure that doesn't turn into chaos. It does not for now. Ooh, but it's nice and close. Oh, Juan with a big wiggle. They're able to correct it. Back here. So far, so good from the backside of the field. As it's hard to tell what lap we're on unless we're looking when the leader crosses the line, I'm not going to lie. But as we're talking about all this, there's a battle going on for the race lead as we're trying to get up to it here. 24 and the 88 back at it for the race lead. And they've put a very big gap over the field. 0.1 to third. So 0.1. 1.0. That's what I meant. 0.1 to second. 1.0 to third. Definitely what this 24 is wanting to see is the field is a long way behind him. And he's going to be hoping that the field stays a long way behind him and that he can keep battling with this 88 and keep the lead from the 88 if they continue to battle. Oh, they both got hot into the turn. The 24 got the wall. I don't believe the 88 did, but got very close to doing it. I mean, very close to getting that wall. Kind of maintaining this gap right now up front. Oh, and the 88 takes a peek down to the inside. Not able to get it there. And a good run there for the 24 on exit. Gonna go back to this top side. 88 back down to the bottom. Should be a decent run for that 24 to pull a little bit away. He does. Pulls a 10th that lap. As now the hand for third has been changed. Now it goes to the 25 of Juan. So being a lap down not too long ago, involved in that crash with his, I would say teammate. There's only two Fords, let's be honest here. They might as well be teammates. Anyways, he's found his way back inside the top three for now. As he looks to pull away and try to catch these front two. As the two cars that are standing between him and second right now are both lap cars. As the 88 trying to fight off the 48 again. As we have reached lap 40. And it's half a second between first and second. The field is very, very spread out pretty much. Yeah, obviously, we still got these fights going on right now, and there's three wide behind these guys. But overall, the field is finding some nice separation just to kind of find their rhythm. Especially the race leader. Feed Bajan has been putting on an excellent show here in Charlotte right now. And I'm going to knock on wood on that because I really want to see that 24 win besides it being me. You know, definitely, you know. Ooh, first time I've gotten to see my own car out front for many, many laps, okay? But as I'm, you know, gloating about my car in the lead, knock on wood, Ryan still locked in a battle with the lap car right now, and he's going to get in the wall! It's going to open the door for Smity to clear. Oh, Smity almost did. Smity almost got clear of second place there. Ryan's going to be very careful about making moves like that. That can really hurt him if he gets in the wall and hands that, like, track position away. It does gain a 10th there. He's going to gain a lot more. 24 did not have a good lap that last lap. Oh, Ryan's going to get in the wall. But now it's a battle between lap cars behind him. So now he's got to put his sights forward. Look at that 24. Watch whatever line that 24 runs. Run it a little bit better or run something different. As again, gains a 10th that lap. Pulling closer and closer to that race leader. Oh, but he's going to stuff it in the wall again. That is not going to help him. Putting the thing in the wall is not the way to go. And now goes to the bottom, blocks off this 45 because now he's got 2 lap cars looking for his track position to unlap themselves. I say that'd be very helpful for those two if they can unlap themselves naturally on track. And that means they don't have to sit in the back and hope they don't get involved in a crash. And speaking of, I think we got one. When we do, on track, we've got a multi-car crash. Are they all going to keep driving? The 7 doesn't. Can't tell if that car's on track or not. The 7 is on track, so we will throw the caution. And I think I know who's the last car to get around. Has crossed the line, I do believe. 3 wide for position here. Colin Crimson. Oh, Colin just slides up just ever so slightly. They get into each other. They were all able to drive away from this, which is the crazy part. Oh, Julia just slides up, tags Jay. They all got it corrected back there. The only one that ultimately stayed stopped was the 7. If the 7 would have stayed on the apron, we could have kept it or kept it green. As here we come back to the restart zone. Green flag in the air. Whoa! Race leader's gonna lose it. Maybe he does. That's the field, maybe. Oh, come on. Save it, guys. There's definitely a caution again. And the 24 goes from leading to crashing. That's a crazy restart. Honestly, I kind of wish we could false it, but that's not how this works. So I believe the 33 might be our last car that's rolling on track. I believe everybody else has stopped. Do believe so. Yep. Alright, there we go. Clips the curb, and then just lost all traction. And there goes the field. That's big wreck number 2 for the field. It's a huge chunk of the field now is a lap down. And they will be racing for position, as well as these leaders are racing for the win. Green flag in the air. Hopefully Ryan doesn't do it. He does not end up doing what I did. But now he's stuck in a side-by-side battle here going into turn 1. He should get the advantage over Juan. Juan way up the track there. Colin looking to 3 wide for 3rd. So far, so good down the back straightaway. Here comes Chris up to 2nd place. 3 wide for 3rd. Now 3 wide for 2nd. As they're trying to sort themselves out. Oh, the field is just getting crazy right now. Ryan out front as it's 3 wide behind him. He's going to have to be pretty much blocking every lane that he can. As the field behind all just kind of stacked up into each other right now. As you can see it there, only 7 cars on the lead lap. Half the field on the lead lap. Half the field is not. It's a pretty dramatic difference from what we've seen for most of the season since the plate races, pretty much. As now Juan has found his way up to the back end of Ryan and back to the front. Go the 4th as we have a crash in the back. And that is multiple cars involved and a car stopped on track, so they will be racing it back to the line. As a good chunk of the field now will actually get their lap back, or a lap back, sorry. Let's actually go see, will the 08 make it back to the line? They will, and caution flag will fly. I'm thinking it came from this. There were nose to tail for a long time. Maybe not. 33 pulled back down the track. Let's see. Oh, it started in front of the 33. The 31 got the wall and then just kind of piled in. Nowhere to go. Goes from the bottom and tries to go to the top side, but it's 3 wide, so I don't know what the spotter's telling that 31 right there. But you were 3 wide. She was lucky that she got out of it. Green flag. Oh, and the 88 did get the curve there, but did not spin it out. So that is good news for him. Yeah, you can see there. Now the 17 has only 6 down, so he's gained 3 laps. Whoa, that's a big crash from in front of the field. That's going to be a good couple cars involved. How many of them are going to get back going? Pretty much the 24 is the only one. Oh, 31 sliding around on the apron. And is going to get the wall by herself. So 10 cars make it back, 5 do not. Colin slides down, so slides up and slides right. Jeez, that is a hard crash. Especially for this 18. Let's go back. I want to, like... Colin just clips him, and there he goes for a tumble down the back straightaway here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And takes a few cars with him. And then just gets hit one last time by the 24. Oh, wiggles out of your front 3. Ryan, the only Chevy in the top 5 right now. He's holding down camp for the bow ties. As the Ovals and the Toyotas, I don't know what to call them. You know, the Supra. Whatever, doesn't matter. Charging forward, trying to take this race win away from Chevy. Toyota especially, they're tied with Chevy now on wins. And so far, their only winner's been Colin. So they're going to be hoping that they can have somebody else find victory lane here. Chevy's had different winners all 3 times. Ford's 2 winners have found victory lane. As we're talking about that crash in the back, that's some of the Chevys. And once again, the 7's involved. And as I'm talking about the 25, he's to the lead. As they're raising it back to the caution flag here. Juan will take the race lead away. As the 08 parked on the back straightaway. The 7 finally gets out of one. Just a squeeze job, pretty much. 08 slides up, and the 7 also slides up, and they just kind of pile in onto the 41. And the 7's able to drive off, but the 08 does not drive off. As here we go, green flag back underway, as he's going to lead him to green. As Ryan, not so great of a start, is going to get put 3 wide already by the 24. That 24 is wanting to move forward. And he's getting forced up in the wall by Smity. Smity spins himself out. No caution is thrown for that. That's a single car incident. But I doubt that it's going to stay that way. As now, Juan and Colin, first and second now. As the field behind is kind of stacked up, trying to find their way around. Trying to find their groove right now. The 19 is still trying to find his groove right now. It's second, third, and fourth. Oh, tucked up bumper to bumper right there. That outside line's going to be hoping that they can kind of get separated here. Oh, but not when they all hit the wall at the same time. That's what's going to keep them 3 wide, is when that outside car gets into that outside wall. As Colin's going to be trying to mount a charge here for Juan. Best friends going at it for the race win. If Colin can close, could he win the IRL, well, not the IRL event, but the actual event for these guys that they held at Charlotte earlier this year, and the AI race? Side by side between the 25 and 19, as we got another car that goes around. Oh, is he going to drive it off? He will. Chris will get the car fired back up. A good job there for that 18 to spin it around and get it back going. Oh, as it's getting tight behind them. 4 wide for position behind these guys. They're going to be hoping that it stays clean. As the 25 is just looking back at this and going, yes, keep battling. As we're coming down, I believe, 5 to go. I believe. Yes, 5 laps to go. And pretty much half a second between your race leaders. Ford looking to put another one up on the board. With only 2 cars, they have been so good all season long. Juan and Julia have both put on great performances of their own. And it's looking like tonight could be another good run from Juan. And it'll be a return back to the front for the 19 as well. Even if he does not win this thing. It's been a while since we've seen him have this form. It has been a slump for sure. But obviously a caution could still come out at any point. We could end up getting this thing re-racked and going again. You never know what could happen. Colin to the top. Oh, he's going to bounce off the wall. That has been the kryptonite of this outside line all race long. It's just bouncing off the outside wall. Through turn 2 and turn 1. Not so much in 3 and 4. They're able to get that rotation just a little bit better. As I say that, the 31 absolutely puts it in the wall. 2 laps to go. I don't think we're going to get another caution here. I think we're going to have it green from here. And I think Juan's ultimately going to go home with another victory. I'm not going to say yet because they are still fighting hard back here. But, I mean, it's looking like it's in the cards right now. As they're going to make it off the final turn. Juan leads him across the line, half a second between him and second place. He's going to get it in the wall. But I believe so did the 19. Now down the back straightaway for the final time here at Charlotte. The 25 is going to take it easy. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Finally for this race. It's going to be Juan back in victory lane. And Colin comes up P2. A very strong day for those two. Fastest lap goes to Ricky and Spades. They tie. That's 2 weeks in a row we get a tie for fastest lap. All right, well, here are your standings going into, well, I won't say going into, the first race of the second half. We are officially in the second half of the season now. And so here is your points. Obviously, like I've said before, I don't see them, so you guys just kind of look at these, you know, see how everybody's doing. Along with that, obviously I'm going to do the outro. Go check out all the previous races. Go check out the future races, obviously, as well. I will be confirming we will be getting a second season of this. Not confirming what cars or what game we're going to be using, but there will be a second season here. So go check that out next year. Go check that out. Go check out all my friends that have put their names in the participation list for this, obviously. I couldn't do this. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be as fun if I didn't have their names in this. So, big round of applause to all those guys for allowing me to do this. Otherwise, this channel would pretty much have nothing on it right now. Go check out the main channel for when we do host real events with the real people. Go check out the TikTok for when I post clips from the racing channel, the main racing channel. And, you know, subscribe, join the Discord to come race with us. Go check out the Twitch for when I do stream things live. And this is Saxy, signing out. See you guys next time. Bye, guys.